Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are diving into what was initially a frog tribal deck, and then I realized that the only two good frogs are Galloping Lizard and kind of Baby Godzilla, and I ended up even cutting out a couple of copies of this. So we are going for Frog Ascendancy. So Galloping Lizard, we are going to ascend this creature and potentially have it be like the ultimate fling target, even though we're in just green blue, and also potentially a way to get us up to Simic Ascendancy. And so that is kind of the game plan for this deck, is we want to get tons and tons of counters onto Galloping Lizard and potentially either ram through, because it is a trampling creature, we can attack in, do crazy cool things with it. So what it does is whenever it enters the battlefield, you may remove any number of +1/+1 encounters from among creatures you control. If you do, put twice that many +1/+1 encounters onto Galloping Lizard. So we have all of the different synergies to make that happen. We have the Ozolith, so that if Galloping Lizard dies, we put all those counters onto the Lizard, or onto another Lizard, potentially onto something else, and just swing in with a bunch of damage. We have Gem Razor for another target of trample and doing crazy fun things. And I was just thinking, because we're already playing, I wanted to play Frog Tribal initially, we were going to go ahead and jump into like a mutate deck with Sterix. Gem Razor is really good in historic format right now, because there's just enough decks that are running lots of artifacts that it's really good. It hits all of the hate cards. It hits just so many of the things that are out there. And so Gem Razor being able to mutate on this stuff is really nice. And so the key thing is, okay, how are we actually putting counters onto creatures? And I decided, you know what, I've seen Essence Symbiote go crazy sometimes. It gains you life and it puts +1 counters anytime that you mutate that creature. And we can end up mutating quite a bit with this deck, as well as just kind of be ramping up, doing big things, getting out a bunch of stuff on board, hitting Nissas, hitting extra Galloping Lizards. Even a few counters with the Ozolith out and being able to put it onto stuff just gives us a good enough deck that we can do big, awesome, cool things. And so that's kind of the idea. I wanted to have this idea of, okay, we're gonna mutate up an Auspicious Sterix with symbiotes out in the battlefield, maybe 2 of them, get like 4 or 5 counters onto a Sterix, mutate with it, and then hit like 5 permanents, and Galloping Lizard being one of those, and suddenly it just becomes a massive threat that we can then ram through and throw stuff at the face. Or we go for Simic Ascendancy, which is kind of the thing I was wanting to do the most, is get Simic Ascendancy rolling, and so that there is some funky things in this deck that don't work as well together, because we want to keep in these kind of janky fun win cons, which I do think are actually powerful in this deck. I think that with Galloping Lizard and Simic Ascendancy, it doubles up all the counters that we have already on the board, and so it's one of the quickest ways to be getting up to Simic Ascendancy. So we do have that way to go with it. Nissa creating a bunch of counters onto creatures, it doesn't put it onto creatures, it actually puts 3 counters onto lands and that then turn into creatures, so it doesn't work as Simic Ascendancy. That's one of the biggest issues why this hasn't seen a lot of play, is honestly because with Nissa it just didn't ever work. And so we are still playing Nissa just because it's so good. It lets us play massive Hydra Crises, it lets us play massive Stone Cold Serpents, which can get us to this Simic Ascendancy. So I think that Nissa gets us there easier than a lot of other things will anyway, and so we play Nissa, but we're not. This isn't the only. It's just there because it's good value. It's not. It doesn't. It is a non-bow with a lot of the combo stuff that we're doing, but it's still good. So basically, the game plan: ramp up turn 1 with Llanowar Elves, or play out an Ozolith if we can. Maybe a Stone Cold Serpent, just so that we can have a target for mutate stuff. Turn 2, we want to get out a Symbiote, a Baby Godzilla, or a Simic Ascendancy, just so we can start our main game plan going off. And so pretty likely that we're going to be hitting one of those guys on turn 2, or another thing that we can mutate onto with the Tingle Agent. Then basically our ramp spells are Migratory Greathorn. This is just a really fantastic ramp spell. If it survives for a turn, then you put another Migratory Greathorn or mutate with something else, and suddenly you're hitting lands and doing another thing. Like, this is just one of those cards that I think that it can be in a deck all by itself, but when you're playing it with other mutate stuff, it becomes better and better and better. And so that's kind of the main reason we're playing this, is that Greathorn just works really well with this. Sterix is just powerful because it puts out tons of permanents onto the battlefield. It's just good. And then Gem Razor to be able to hit the Graph Digger's cages, because that does shut us down, to hit a bunch of other things. It's just a good play for us as well here. And then the combo. And so Galloping Lizard can come out and immediately take all of the counters from like Nissa, all the Nissa land tokens. We can do that kind of thing as well. And then of course we have the ram through to just kind of have as a fling for some extra win and some fun stuff. So that's a deck. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into it, see how it does for us. This is definitely a jankier one, but I think still somewhat powerful. Like it's the win con, the way that we're trying to win is a janky win con, but we have enough like just good value stuff in the deck that I'm not terribly worried. I just think we're gonna be slower, maybe up against like goblins decks, things that are comboing off turn 3, turn 4, and just going insane. We're gonna have a harder time against, but I think that any deck that plays a little bit more fair, we're gonna have a pretty good shot at just valuing out, and we have these big win conditions that are sometimes hard to deal with. So let's go ahead and jump into it, see how it does for us. Wish me luck. All right, against Don Fatney, and we'll keep this. Oh, this is a beautiful hand. We have Lana Morels, we have the Great Horn right away into a second Great Horn, another land if you want it, or another guy. Gem Razor's awesome against a lot of decks here, so we shall see. All right, Botanical Sanctum, Llanowar, pass the turn. Mountain. All right, well, we get to play out a Great Horn, and if it's just a red deck, other great thing about Great Horn is that it's a 3/4 on turn 2, you know, which is pretty sweet stuff. We already have some extra blue. We have lots of green too, though. I guess, yeah, it's fine. We don't have a ton of things that we're playing in blue. Like, as long as we have 2 blue sources, we're pretty good. And guess what? We've got that. Gem Rays are going to be awesome against this deck. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so we can Symbiote and Great Horn again. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so pay 2, Symbiote, Great Horn. We're just going to go in the same one and grab in Island, gain some life, Island, and Forest. All right, so I'm expecting this to get really big here. We have the chance of just being dead to a what's it called? If they have the Hammer and Resolute Strike, we're just in trouble. Okay, Relic Axe, that's better. That's okay. that's not the worst. All right, no blocks. Yeah, we'll take it. What does this one do again? It's a war against +2/+. Okay, so sweet. Dude, all right, this is the deck. This is what we're trying to do. All right. Nissa. Do we care about hitting with Great Horn? I don't think so. I think that we go ahead and tap this down too, just so we have extra manas. Nissa. Gem Razor. Yeah. Oh, man. Yep. We have a Gem Razor out on board. If you can't handle this, then you're done for, sir. And we have Trample, the Reach, all the stuff. Yeah, Opponent scoops it up. There we go. and honestly, like that's busted. Even for Historic, that's really good stuff. Like Migratory Great Horn is just so powerful. And on the Llanowar Elves too, just get some extra ramp. We have 2 extra lands coming out this turn. Nissa becomes even more powerful. We didn't have any like card draw going for us, but dang, this deck can be legit. That Spike Hazard one was hilarious. Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing more for science up things. I don't want to do it all the time just because there are people that don't care to watch a deck against Sparky type of thing, you know. So I'm going to try limiting those to like every other day type of thing. Even if I'm doing 2 videos a day, which that's still a lot, but it'll feel like less sometimes. All right, up against Cake, man. All of the big things. I think we got a mulligan in that hand. This is better. Turn 2, Great Horn. We'll keep this. I think we dropped the Godzilla here. Yeah, we'll drop Godzilla. I'm not playing it out right away, and so it becomes a little bit less good. Llanowar Elves, pass the turn. Drowned Secrets. Uh-oh. That can actually be pretty bad. Ooh, and a Simic Ascendancy. We don't have anything with plus encounters yet, so no reason to be playing it out. Just ramp ourselves up. Put it over. Hit a land. So we have 4, potentially 5 mana. This is 6 to mutate. If we hit a land, we can Godzilla and Gem Razor. Right? Actually, we can do it without a land, right? Sweet. We can kill the Drowned Secrets. Okay. Another Great Horn. It's a lot of ramp. It can be really good. What do we go for? The Great Horn would be really nice here, actually. Just get our lands out now while we can. It gets us to Styx pretty quickly, which is like against this deck. So the issue here is if they have a counterspell. If they have a counterspell, then we're in trouble, but we can still at least swing in, you know, so I'm not that worried. All right, grab another forest and island. Swing in. Alts. Yeah, it meals us a little bit more. It's a Nissa. Ram through also pretty good in this deck. All right, well, we do get Styx on the next turn. They kept something on top. Let's hope it's more mill stuff rather than counter spells. I think that we can beat mill. I don't think it can be quite aggressive enough. They had a pretty good start, but we're doing some big things here. We are going to be milling ourselves out a little bit too, to an extent, but we'll see. Ooh, Seagate Restoration. All right. So then they have the mill a bunch. Oh, it's French. Okay, that's better. That's definitely better. Draws and draws. Cool. It's really good if you have lots of them. All right, do we want to hit the Drowned Secrets? Where are we at right now with this? Styx is just a big play for us to do, but we don't have trample on this guy yet. We can throw out like Godzilla and Gemrazor, kill the Seagate, this, be able to swing in past these guys. They don't just have a chump blocker here for us. How many times has this been mutated already? It's quite a few times. They probably have bounce in this deck too. I think I'd rather just go for, let's get stuff on board. Yeah. That sets up for some really big plays later. We just have to not, you know, be dead after this. So we'll see how it goes. There's a Nissa. That Nissa's good. Nissa's very, very good. All right. Untap with a, we have a blue source. All right, so we can still Gemrazor as well.
Rise, my elemental friend.
The mutate onto lands is one of the funkiest things ever. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. I will put it under, but now it has trample. Get a few more triggers. We are taking a lot of stuff out of our deck as well. Definitely not the best. Maybe we do just decline here. Whatever. Hydrate dies. That's a big, big board, and we can start gem raising onto all the other stuff. All right. Bruvac, cool. Do you have a land for the Rune Crab? Like a Fable Passage would be bad there. But now with the size of board, I think that we can finish this game out pretty quickly. Gemrazor to give us a little bit more trample onto these guys. Yeah. We probably play out Simic Ascendancy, just put counters onto whatever thing doesn't get blocked. We have lots of mana. 13 cards left. Just plays out Seagate Stormcaller as a blocker. Okay. Simic Ascendancy. Gemrazor onto this Styx. Put it under. Give some more trample. Untap a forest. Attack in. See how they block. 2 6/6s with trample. They don't have that much power and toughness here on the board. And we can put on how many counters? So 3, we have, it's quite a bit. Jumps the ones without trample. So we're doing 12 right now. Okay. So 14, we got there. Okay, sweet. Nice. Not too shabby. Yeah, everyone always forgets the other part of Simic Ascendancy, that you can actually just put counters onto things, which with Nissa can actually be pretty good. All right, up against Ling Mix, we have a Galloping Lizrog in hand, and we have Stonecoil Serpent, which actually works pretty well, so we'll keep this. Probably play this on turn 2, Great Horn on turn 3. Life's good. There might be something to be said about playing this out turn 1 in case we run into like one of our 2-drops, which we do have quite a few 2-drops. But getting more counters onto the battlefield is ultimately just better for us. So, yeah, on the play, let's play this tapped. If we find like a symbiote or something like that, maybe I'll just play those first. Try to get out Nissa or like a bigger Stone Cold Serpent before the Galloping Lizard to make it even bigger. Ram through. There we go. Okay, we have a game plan here. All right. X2 on Stone Cold Serpent. We can make a massive Galloping Lizard with Nissa. Don't Fatal Push this. You're so rude. Jeez. Didn't your mother ever tell you that you're a doofus? Thoughtseize. Dude, we finally have the pieces that we want, and they're just like, you know what? Nah, you don't get them. I hate this person. All right, Dusk Legion Zealot. Cool. No extra Thoughtseize. That's nice, at least. We do Krasis instead of Great Horn, for sure. Try to dig for that other land for Galloping Lizard. All the things. Essence Symbiote. Okay. Now if we have land, we have Symbiote into Great Horn. Get some extra counters onto things. If they Fatal Push, we still at least get Great Horn out on the battlefield. Yeah, we'll try this out. Sorin.
Uncultured monsters. I bestow a mighty curse.
Down to 19. Come on. Deck. Alright, we'll go Essence Symbiote. We'll pass the turn here. We might just use Ram Through just to get stuff off the board here. Like, if they swing in with Dusk Legion Zealot, then we'll kill whatever other thing they play, maybe. Murder Shredder. Might have been better just to wait for the Galloping Lizard, but we just need to slow them down. That was going to become a 3-3, a 4-4, all the big things, you know? That can be bad. All right, Sterix. Play out Sterix. Great Horn on the next turn onto it. We start getting some extra value. It's big, it's bad. And it might just be very bad. Yep, there's a Heartless Act. Boo! I hate you. We have 0 counters on anything right now. Come on. Hey man, this has been rough.
Join my crusade.
Yeah, we definitely lose a bunch of just small targeted removal. All right, Sterix number 2. How much more removal can you have? Giving lifelink to the Champion of Dusk is actually really annoying here for us. Oh my gosh. Nice. All right, so we're taking 10, 11.
This is but a taste of my
What's our best draw? Like, if we find a Nissa, maybe we have a shot here. I'm really not sure though, because if they can just give it lifelink still, yeah, okay, we're dead. Oh, that was just brutal. They had the right removal pieces at all the right times. Magic's easy, just draw what you want. Or it's really hard. They draw what they want, and then you just don't play Magic. We're gonna put this backwards now. It's feeling like a backwards hat day. Dude, we're up against an undergrad. It's frightening. Well, we have a lot of pieces, but no mutate stuff. But we're gonna find it because we're on the draw. It's gonna work out for us up against red. All right, up against Gabos. Maybe this deck definitely should not be in ranked. I figured with the 2 wins that we had there, and we were getting like timed out from other people just because people don't take Magic seriously in ranked. I was like, you know what? Maybe we might as well play other stuff. Could get to a pretty quick Sterix. No blocks. Killing a Strip Prospector is a little bit tempting, though. Okay, do we throw out a Florahedron to be able to ramp into bigger plays? Or do we get out Symbiote now just to be able to gain us some life? I think we go Florahedron. Florahedron. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. If we hit 5 mana, then we can play Sterix, and then the next turn Sterix again. And we just hope we can hit good enough stuff to beat Gabos. Cranko. Totally gonna do it. Easy peasy. Oh gosh. All right, not a 5th land. Well, we get to Baby Godzilla and Essence Symbiote. Pass the turn. All right, we can start putting counters onto things. We do get a Sterix. Goblin Instigator. More goblins. Not that many, though. Man, they're really stuck on lands. But they have Strict Prospector now, so now they might just Mux us. Does not Mux us. All right, well. We will... Still haven't hit a land. Yeah, we just got to start mutating. Oh, we're 1 away from actually mutating. Come on. Dang it, yeah. So we're just playing it out. All right, we hit a land. Galloping Lizrog to the bottom. Or is it Simic Ascendancy? Is it just way too slow here? We'll try to hold on for the Simic Ascendancy. It's definitely better if we just like hit it somehow, but all right, play out the land, pass the turn. No attacks. How big does Muxus get? And then how much value can we get out of Sterix? We probably just need to be playing like 1 or 2 Ugins as well, just because they beat decks like Gabos. Goblin Matron. All right. Chieftain. Okay. Make some goblins. Okay. Doesn't go for the Muxus. That's actually kind of interesting. I guess it's a little bit more guaranteed with Chieftain. Like, honestly, goblins can work without Muxus. Like, you just play this kind of game plan, and it's still really powerful. Swings with everything. Yeah, we kill the Chieftain. We kill Prospector. And we're dead, I believe. 10, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, we are gonna jump back into non-ranked stuff because of the wonderful things he does. Da, 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 da. All right, up against top deck, we have Serpent and Symbiote. We have our counter stuff. We have Simic Ascendancy. We definitely need to find the land, but Gem Razor is really good against in the historic format in general. We'll see if this works out. I'm debating if I want to throw out Stone Cold Serpent on 1. Or if I want to save it for Ascendancy. I think we save it for Ascendancy. So play Breeding Pool tapped, pass the turn. Botanical Sanctum is nice. Okay, so we do get the lands. Let's go Symbiote. So the first game plan is make big creatures. Then the second game plan is to go for Ascendancy type of stuff. Okay. Luminarch Aspirant. They're going to be putting way more counters onto other stuff than we will. Nice. All right. Well, all right. We do have Galloping Lizrog as well. We definitely need to be finding lands. But this is... I think we go for our Simic Ascendancy plan instead. So Simic Ascendancy... we'll go ahead and offer the attack in. Do you want to trade? We're not going to block because it's going to be a 3/3, but we'll definitely trade off here. Do we put Stone Cold Serpent on 1? That can just be a bunch for us, so we'll just pass the turn. All right, what we're looking for, hoping for, is enchantments, all those kinds of things, so we can hit him with Gem Razor. Luminarch Aspirant number 2. He's a big boy. That's okay. They're spreading the counters, which is at least a little bit nice for us. Come on, land. You can do it. Okay, put out Gem Razor. Now it's just a blocker. It's a 5/5. Get a counter out, pass the turn. This is definitely a much slower route for getting to Simic Ascendancy, but that's not the game plan. This is just an extra win condition that we can go for with Galloping Lizrog, basically. And so we'll see if we can actually make it happen. Counters that way. Let's see if they attack in. Or if they just wait a turn. That's sketchy. We need to kill something. All right, so yeah, they come back as both of them together, so that's fine. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, so that's how this works. So Flicker of Fate, which actually is pretty fun. With mutate stuff is that they go out and then they all come back together. So in some ways that actually just helped us out. That was sweet. Up against Desolation, and man, I think we mulligan. Yeah, here we go. We need our ramp stuff. Keep this. We have the Ozolith. We have no ways of putting counters onto things. The Symbiote can be pretty nice. It is extra ramp for us. This is the better play for us. So we drop the Ozolith. We hold on to Galloping Lizrog. Having the Ozolith could be really fun for some things. And the whole point of Ozolith was just to have like a few things here and there. All right. We were hoping for a Migratory Greathorn. All right, pass the turn. Not attacking with the Llanowar Elves. Do we jump into free play to not run up against Gabos? Was that an accident in real? Or just some sort of like effect? Cool. Sweet. Man, do we hold off for one more turn and play this out? We get to draw a card anyway, right? With Godzilla. And it's just a 6/6. So, I mean, that's a good play still. We'll drop this guy. Okay, there we go. Swing in. We have a 6/6 on board on turn 3. That's still pretty good stuff. Like, that's the other side of this is just a 5-mana 6/6 that has things that can make it cheaper. There's a Chieftain. All the flipping Galloping Lizrogs. Come on. Cool, but come on. All right, swing with Sterix. Down to 13. Pass the turn. All right, guy. Cranko. Does cool things. Doesn't swing. Man. These Lizrogs feel so awkward. We're going to play him out just as another blocker, though. No attacks. Pass the turn. our deck is so janky. Like, if we curve out well, it actually does work pretty well together. But as it is right now, our deck is just like, what? Oh, for the love. Flipping goblins. If we were doing our thing, we actually would have a shot here. But, you know, we're not doing our thing. We're just dead, right? Yeah, they have lethal. They had 14 attackers. We need to be able to block 5. Or, yeah, we need to be able to block 5 of them, so. Okay, then. Up against Toop Man, and we'll keep this. Got some Rampage, not that one. Here we go. Llanowar. Up against Luris. Is this the Aura's deck? If it's the Aura's deck, we're probably just dead immediately. Dude, we're in free play to not be playing up against these decks. Who do you think you are? Running around leaving big scars. Alright, well, we can try to kill this and have it do nothing. Florahedron. We have Ram Through, which we might just use to kill Selfless Savior at some point here. Debating if it's worth doing it now, just to like get rid of some protection so we have a chance of doing other stuff later. We'll see. We'll pass the turn. Sterix is pretty nice still. Curious Obsession. Okay. Just drawing one here. Okay, yeah, no blocks. We still want ramp right now. Gem Razor is awesome. If we can find our Gem Razors, then we're in really good shape. They have the reach to be able to block on the top, and just everything is good. Protection is worse than them getting indestructible. That's something we can't really fully handle. So, yeah, we kill that now. Galloping Lizrog, okay. Well, we mutate onto Baby Godzilla. Draw a card, then discard a card. Oh, man. Seriously? This has reach, so we discard Galloping Lizrog. Put it over. I guess we just hope they don't have flying. I'm not sure if we actually end up blocking it with anything other than like Symbiote or a Florahedron anyway. So let's actually try to get some damage in. Swinging with Sterix. Down to 10. I mean, getting the life total down is nice. Let's hope they don't have any life gain stuff now. Hey, look at that. Life gain stuff now. Alrighty then. Cartouche for the first strike. How dead are we? Not too much so yet. We do block just to stop with the... Yeah, let's block here. Or the Florahedron. We have 5 mana, 6 mana. What do we need for 6 mana for? Not too much. We'll jump. But we do need some +1 counters, and gaining the life is still pretty nice for us at times. Alright, 1 Ozolith. 4 with the Stonecoil Serpent. Swinging with Sterix. Swinging with Symbiote. They just swing wide with this, right? Because they know we have to block anyway. So, yeah, with them gaining life, we're just trying to mitigate how much they're gaining. Okay, that's fine. Pass the turn. Cartouche. Sentinel's Eyes. Cool. Yeah, that's bad. Dude, this card is so busted. So stinking busted. Yep, has lethal. We jump. I should have jumped with Symbiote. That was a misplay. That was definitely a misplay. They didn't have flying yet, so I definitely should have blocked with the other stuff. And that's just game anyway. Yeah, we're dead. We can keep chump blocking with how much life gain they've got though. They can rebuild. They've drawn enough cards that it's fine. So we're just on to another one. All right, up against Sunday Chips Ahoy, and if Stonecoil survives and we get to Great Horn, this is an amazing hand. Amazing, amazing. If it does not, we're screwed. I'm just gonna keep it. Let's go ahead and put it out on 1. We're gonna hope for a 2 mana play. Since like the majority of our deck is 2-drops, we're obviously gonna find a 2-drop here or a land. All right, land is still fine. Definitely would have been better than to hold off and play it on this turn, but whatever. All right, we get to play Great Horn. I dig. Come on. Dude, everyone scoops anytime that we actually have a good hand. What the crap? We are mulliganing this. Up against Arctic Hydra, mulliganing this one. We will keep this hand. I think we drop Krasis. Go for the mutate stuff. We do have some ramp if we get to Great Horn, which is nice. Krasis could be like a one mana 1/1 for us, but we're just gonna do what we can. Okay, Ozolith. It's gonna feel really funky with this hand. Man, I know that we have not very much +1/+1 counter synergy, But maybe I just didn't put enough into it. Maybe I could have put in like the egg that gets counters whenever you play stuff as well. Maybe that would have just been better. All right, Godzilla. Let's get some card draw going. Pass the turn. This card is pretty interesting with just being able to fill the graveyard as well. Can I mail you some snow, please? Okay. I'll just get right on that. Maze Mind Tome. And Mind Stone. Well, now I think we go Gem Razor instead of Great Horn. Let's see. We can play Llanowar and Great Horn. And we can still Gem Razor onto something else. We'll try this out. I'm not sure if they're going to be playing many creatures, so ram through becomes a little bit worse. If you don't, well, we have an extra one, so there's that. Yeah, let's get some ramp first. Put it over. Okay, potentially 6 mana on the next turn. I think what we're looking for, though, is just other things to mutate, so we can Gem Razor, Great Horn, whatever, kill a couple other things. It might have been better just to take out their Mind Stone right away. Languish. Yeah, definitely would have been better just to have done that. Darn it. We do play out Gem Razor just as is. Breeding Pool tapped, pass the turn. Mail you some snow. We don't, yeah, the snow in Arizona that we get is small, like it's small enough. It melts within like 10 minutes after it gets, it comes out. So sure, but no. Okay, Gem Razor off the top. That's what we want. Come on, deck, you can do it. That's not it. Simic Ascendancy. Well, swing in. Definitely putting on the +1 counter to get away from Languish. Hoping they don't have Ugin. They have how much? 5, 6, 7 mana, so they'll potentially Ugin off the top if they have a land. They've missed land drops a couple turns, though. Come on, extra Gem Razor, or anything to mutate and just get rid of Hedron Archives and such. They don't scry. Do they already know what was on top? I can't remember. Intriguing. Shocks it in, down to 8. Do we have anything with haste? Oh, it's a Star of Extinction deck. Oh, okay. That's what's up. All right, all right. Not a bad play. If they don't have Ugin and they're playing just a bunch of other shenanigans, then this has a chance to do well for us. Tap counter onto it, take action. Get one more counter. All right, here we go. We have this rolling for us. Whenever a creature leaves the battlefield, if it had counters put on it. Okay, so it's not just whenever counters come off of a creature. There we go. That's the card we were worried about. They put it onto Simic Ascendancy, some of the other big threats. We're in trouble. They did not put it onto Simic Ascendancy. Interesting. I guess that's pretty far away from it doing anything here. What are we hoping for? Stonecoil Serpent to die? All right, they're down to 8. I mean, this is a threat. They put another counter onto this. We have 5, 6, 7 damage that we can do here. If they have a creature of any sort, ram through becomes lethal. It's not really going to happen, though. I don't think that we do that. I think we just play out Floor Hedron as another threat. So then if Stonecoil Serpent does die, we have a way to still kill him. Oh, it puts all the haphazard bombardment counters onto this. That's funny. Oh, right. Okay, Floor Hedron. So now this has 2 counters onto it, but this is based off, it's a number of permanents that have counters on them. And so so if there are 2 or more, so now we have a chance of them just hitting the forest, and we might just be fine. What's the worst thing that could happen here? Another Star of Extinction actually isn't the worst. If we just find another creature. Yeah, they bring Star of Extinction back on top. Okay, they get to gain some life. To 7. We still have lethal with Simic Ascendancy. Oh my gosh. Oh, do they draw a card with that? Well then. Oh. Nice. All right. Yeah, we're done. Okay then. That's cool. All right, now we get Sparky again. We're not again. We definitely didn't lose the first time against. Oh man, this is embarrassing. All right, we're gonna keep this one. We will pay 3. Get out Llanowar. Up against the red deck, they just shot down all of our ramp spells. We had like a bunch of ramp stuff, and Sparky just happened to kill everything. And it's like, serious? Come on, what? So yeah, that happened. All right, Symbiote, Ozolith. I could play Godzilla first. I don't know, but this is life gain is nice against everything we're trying to do, just to slow the game down. Pacifism, that's fine. All right, shock this in. Godzilla and Florahedron. Hydrocrasis for some card draw. Pass the turn. Angel of Vitality. Okay. Nice, we get a land, so X4. Alright. Draw us good things. Gem Razor. Galloping Lizrock. Those are good things. No attacks. Pass the turn. So we do have counters on 2 creatures. We have other shenanigans we can do. Feels like some sort of combat effect, so we're not going to deal with that. We get Hysterics. Nice. We'll put this onto... I guess the thing with counters, right? So yeah, mutate onto Crazy. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it somewhat. All right, Symbiote. Yeah, Symbiote goes to the bottom. Put this over. It's now a 10-10. Now an 11-11. We get a land. Nice. All right. No attacks. Pass the turn. Sarah Angel, cool. Okay, here we go. Simic Ascendancy, nice. Gem Razor, let's just get some more stuff going here. So we want more counters onto this. Let's discard, yeah, Symbiosis. Put it under. Get some more counters. Simic Ascendancy. Ooh, and we get to destroy an enchantment. Didn't even notice that. Sweet. And counter onto, doesn't really matter, Symbiote. No attacks. All right. So now we have how many counters? We have 6, 7 counters out in the battlefield. Goblin Lizard can make, take those and make more. So I think we're actually pretty close just to it here. So I think we make a counter, put it onto something, doesn't really matter. We play Galloping Lizrog. Take all of them. So 8. So this will make 16 counters onto Galloping Lizrog. So up to 19. So we almost had the combo there, which I'm going to probably wait a little bit longer to make this even better with Sparky. Yeah, they definitely have some sort of combat trick to keep doing that. Down to 15. All right, well... Play this tap. We're going to try to stay alive as long as we can. If ever we feel threatened, we can just put the Ascendancy on. So this is how we were planning on winning with the Ascendancy, is that, like, that's... I mean, yeah, with any kind of removal that people have, this can be bad. But this is at least something that we can be doing. We'll go ahead and block here now. Play whatever spell you have. Get it out of there. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. Do we want to put counters onto stuff? That just wins this with Ascendancy. Okay, we'll let it go through. What? Sparky plays combat tricks? Okay, go to my turn. I want some more fun shenanigans that we can do with Sterix. I guess as soon as we find any kind of mutate thing though, Symbiote puts the counters onto it. We get this we get to go to Simic Ascendancy. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter here. I'm gonna swing in with Sarah to send it all again. Yeah, we'll block like that. Down to 10. We can win at just about any point here. Okay, there we go. That's an okay win too. We'll do this. All right, so X11. This is what the deck was trying to do. We drew into all of our synergies whenever we're playing up against anyone else. Like anytime that we had a deck, a hand that was good and played about all this kind of stuff, people were just scooping immediately to it. We never got to do this Simic Ascendancy shenanigans. But I mean, this is fun stuff. Galloping Lizard, 1919 with Trample. Oh no, they blocked and put a thing up. Oh my goodness. All right, down to 4. Simic Ascendancy wins on our upkeep. We have to survive. I mean, hopefully they don't play any more crazy shenanigans here. And Simic Ascendancy wins it. Okay, that's what we were trying to do. I wanted to at least showcase the full combo of what we're trying to do with Galloping Lizard. We also have the thing of if this has Trample as well. If you can get it big enough, you just have ram through, and you can ram through onto one of these guys. Any excess damage goes to face, and so you can swing with Galloping Lizard, also just have it do tons and tons of damage. Definitely the biggest issue is that it just everything dies to removal, and people are playing more removal, which is good. It's definitely like removal is a good thing to be playing. All right, in the wrap up from Frog Ascendancy, or the Frog Ascended, and unfortunately we just never really found Galloping Lizard like any of the times that we found all the other combo pieces. So is Mutate powerful still? I think so. I don't think Symbiote is very powerful necessarily, but just like Llanowar into Migratory Greathorn, having Strix just as a thing that we can do is still powerful. I mean, it's like, if you can get it big enough, it basically is a Genesis ultimatum for you, you know, sometimes multiple times a turn. And that's a good thing to do. So especially Sterix, just being able to do that is very, very powerful. But the other side of just trying to win with the Simic Ascendancy, Galloping Lizard, it just required too many of the things come together at the right times, right places. We didn't have enough plus and counter synergies beforehand. I think it might be more fun to try it with like a Vorinclex with Ozolith, which is a bunch of plus and counter things that you can do. Sounds pretty fun. Maybe we'll do that in the future. I think there's like branching evolution. We could also play with this too. So there'll be another deck like that in the future that we'll do. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.